Hello everyone, and we're back to part 3 of Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney at
Head
law.
movers that don't move.
Yes. Okay, so, oh yeah, so continuing on, would you care to give your testimony again? Witness testimony, the time of discovery. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video of a taped program. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. This is a really weak story. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about that misunderstanding. I see. You heard a voice saying the time on a taped program. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
Not that much to cross-examine. Right. You know what to do.
I've got this one. Hold it! You said heard, not saw? Yes, heard. All I saw was the body lying there. I didn't think to look at anything else, least of all my watch.
But you had a fucking watch.
Yeah, that's even more suspicious. Had a watch? Isn't that a little strange? So you're saying you heard something, but you're so shocked by the body, you wouldn't hear anything at all.
The witness did say he actually heard the time. It's ridiculous, whatever to suggest he wouldn't hear anything.
Ludicrous.
Yes.
I have to agree with the prosecution. Witness, continue your testimony. Are you sure it was a television, not a radio? Well, no. I guess it might have been a radio.
Incidentally, there was no radio in the premises. There was only one large television. Right. I can't put my finger on it, but something about this seems fishy. Something about hearing the television. The witness has testified he heard the time.
So, I should probably continue pressing onward, or should I go ahead and see what could be fishy? Let's see. Oh! Yeah,
Blackout.
Obviously the fucking blackout!
But don't do it yet, just press onward.
Okay. How do you explain the gap? Well, witness, can you explain this? Hold it! A video? Yes, that would explain why the time was wrong. True.
Right! I think the problem lies someplace else. Like my dick.
We're agreed that you heard the time the scene then.
That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. You can say it as that one.
Yeah. Hold it! Are you sure the voice you heard said it was 1 p.m.? Yes, I can practically hear it now. It was quite clear. Mr. Payne, has the voice prosecution verified the testimony?
My apologies, Your Honor. I too have only just learned about the witness heard the time.
Oh, I'm really sorry. I only remembered it just now.
You can still press that.
Yeah. Well, you just watch it. Not much point pressing him on that one that was there.
Yes, we got it.
Okay. Yeah.
He's terrible at this shit.
Yeah, I know. This guy's a pretty bad murderer.
That one.
This is the first game on the first. This is the first case on the first game ever. So I guess they kind of just teach us, but still, yeah, it's like this is pretty basic. Okay. Blackout record. Wait, yeah. Objection! Hold it right there. The prosecution has said there was a blackout at the time of discovery, and this record proves it. You couldn't have heard the television or a video. I don't know. The defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Sawit? No, I find it quite puzzling myself. Quite. Wait, I remember now. Mr. Sawit, the court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. These constant corrections are harming your credibility. And you seem rather distraught. My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been the shock of finding the body. Very well, Mr. Sawit. Let's hear your testimony once more, please. Hearing the time, so let's see, what's he gonna say this time? Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it.
that really contradicts everything from before.
Yeah, I know that does. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. That must have been what I saw. Another really... You saw a clock? I guess that would explain it. The defense may cross-examine the witness. Gladly.
How would you see the clock if you didn't go into the apartment?
Yeah, I know. I'm like, this is pretty bad, but let's suppress him anyways.
What does the rising do anyway?
That's something we can't use here, but that's something that's actually cool for the DS. The DS has a built-in microphone, and if you hold Y, you can, like, you can hold Y and shout objection at the DS, or, shout press.
Yeah, they're just imagining sitting in a train. Objection!
Well, yeah, that is the only issues as a handheld. I've always been like, unless I'm in my house, I don't know when I'm ever going to use the microphone to shout at my DS.
Yeah. Press.
Oh, yeah, press. That strikes me as a very suspicious mistake. Yes, I can see how you'd be a little doubtful. I'm really sorry. I only just remembered that table clock. A table clock?
It's better than a table clock. Fish.
Table cocks are pretty hype. Hold it! A table clock? Was there a clock at the scene? Was there a table at the scene? This is the first I've heard of it. And I'm pretty sure this is what it is.
But you can still continue pressing.
Yeah, I'll still continue pressing, but we already have...
How does he... He's the killer. How does he mess up the killer, man?
I don't know. This guy's pretty bad at this. I didn't realize the first case had, like, the guy had such a bad alibi. I don't remember if the one from the second game did or not, but this one's just terrible.
I mean, you can't even blame the defense guy.
I know, seriously. He like barely spoke to this guy beforehand, and this guy's just making shit up on the spot. Hold it! The murder weapon? Yes, the table cock. That was used as a weapon. That's what I just said. Did you doze off in the middle of my testimony or something? Something's fishy here.
Well, the guy is like Asian, so I guess he'd be fishy. Douche.
Hold it! Why didn't you tell us that in the first place? I guess it just slipped my mind. I'm not really sure how it happened myself.
The witness says he saw the table clock. End of story. I like how this guy's just rolling with it.
Yeah.
Now find the contradiction. Contradiction activate.
Let's see.
The funny thing is, like, I mean, even without this, still, how would he see the apartment? He didn't enter the apartment. Like, there's so many problems with this.
Yeah, I know. There's a lot of problems with this statement.
Percent.
Objection! Wait just a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock, it was the statue. Now, how is this supposed to be a clock? You with your objections and your evidence, just who do you think you are?
He's gonna turn into a supervillain.
Just answer the question, Mr. Sawit. Hey, I saw it there. Okay, that's a clock.
Your Honor, if I may.
Yes, Mr. Payne?
As the statue stated, as the witness stated, this statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch. You just turn it and it sets the time out loud. As it doesn't look like a clock, I submitted it as a statue. My apologies. What? That's the weirdest excuse ever. We can't keep switching between seeing and hearing shit.
Yeah. The later cases would be better, I swear, if it's anything like the second game, where the second game, actually, even the first case was never this easy, but this one, like, this is ridiculously bad. I see.
I mean, even the scholarly one, like, even though there are a lot of contradictions, it still had more logic to it.
Yeah, I know. Was it just like, by this point, you'd think they'd just be like, just throw this fucker in jail?
Yeah. In the end, you can still get your guy guilty just by doing the wrong thing 5 times.
Yeah, I know. So the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears that the witness's testimony was correct. This is a clock.
Are you kidding me, Judge? I'm gonna go over there and like stuff my dick down your throat.
Do you have any problems with this testimony now?
Yes.
Yes.
Fuck you guys.
Your Honor, there's a gaping hole in the witness's testimony. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hands. Yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Clearly a contradiction. Indeed.
I think they should stop hiring brain dead people.
I think so too. They need a new judge.
The witness knew it was a clock because he
went into the apartment. You're lying. You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder. Oh yeah? Prove it. Prove I went in there. I'll do better than that. I can prove you're the one who killed her. You struck her with the clock and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard.
But that doesn't explain why the time was off.
Oh, maybe the clock's broken. Maybe because, I mean, he fucking hit the thing with the person at the clock. I'm not sure it's not very good for the clock.
Was a clock.
No, yeah. Order in the court. Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor.
So how did you know which of the two to say? Is the apartment or knowing the person?
Because obviously he knew who the victim was because he, saw her in the apartment. But, the only way he would have known that the clock was a clock was to hold it in his hands.
Okay, I thought you meant like personally knew the victim because then he would have known the clock maybe.
Oh, yeah. I see what you're saying. But, no, I think they just meant they knew who the victim was. So
okay.
Yeah. Mr. Sawit, the sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. That voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time.
What's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture. Not like our stuff at all.
Yeah, baseless? Just look at the witness's face. So angry. Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock? That day, I never. Look, the clock, I heard, no, I mean, I saw, ah! Shut up, I hate you.
First Asian people.
Indeed, it was him, I tell you, I saw him. He killed her and he should burn. Burn! Give him death! Order! Order in the court, I say!
Your Honor, a moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defendant's claim.
Mr. Wright, Your Honor. You claim the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence? The whole case is writing on this. I better think of this carefully. The whole case is writing on this. I'd better think it through carefully. Yes, Your Honor. The sound Mr. Sawit heard was definitely this clock. Fact which is clear if you simply...
Try sounding the clock.
Yeah. Let's sound the clock now, here in the court. Your Honor, may I have the clock?
May I have the clock?
Indeed. May I have some table clock, please? I ask the court to listen very carefully. Beep. I think it's 8:25. That certainly is a strange way to announce the time. Well, he is the thinker, after all. So, we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright? Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now?
It's 11:25. Egg.
As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Sawit heard and the actual time of the death. So, Mr. Sawit, try to talk your way out of this one. Ha! Ha ha! You forget one thing! Uh-oh, what's he talking about? While it may seem like the clock is running 3 hours slow, it proves nothing. How do you know it was running 3 hours slow the day of the murder? If you can prove that, if you can't prove that, you don't have a case. Well, I think they already have a case on this other guy for less than that, so I think we actually do have a case.
I mean, now you consider that you just went up there and made your story 8 times different.
Yeah, I know. He's right. How am I going to prove that? Damn it, I was so close. Mr. Wright, it seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim. Yes, Your Honor. This means I cannot let you indict the witness. Unfortunately, this ends the cross-examination of Mr. Frank Sawit. I come all the way down here to testify, and look what happens. They treat me like a criminal. A criminal. Well, I mean, look at your face.
Was there any way to actually do this?
To do it better?
To give it to the guy, yeah.
I imagine that's gonna happen after. Like, well, because every court, you know, every case, if you do it right, ends with the guy getting guilty. You know, the right guy not being guilty. And
yeah.
But yeah. You lawyers are all slime. Grr, I almost had him. Sorry, Larry, I failed you. There's nothing I can do about it now.
Not so fast, Mr. Savage.
Yeah, okay, I figured something like that would happen. Be my first case and all. Chief!
Listen up, Wright. Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Sink.
But Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow on the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that.
Well, yes. But that doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking outside the box. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and think through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason and you find your proof. Right? Can you think of a reason to why the clock would be 3 hours slow?
Yes. Wait! Maybe I can prove it.
You must have evidence somewhere that can prove it, right? Find it and let them have it.
Well, Mr. Wright, say the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder. Have you found evidence to support this claim? Of course. There's a piece of evidence in the court record that can prove my claim beyond a doubt. Ha! Tough words. Let's see you pull this one off. Let's see this evidence that proves why the clock was running slow. Okay, let's see. Because I didn't actually,
Look at the passport thingy. I don't know if it's the one.
Password thing. Victim apparently arrived home at Paris and... Oh! Wait. Apparently arrived home from Paris at 7:30 on the day before the murder. Would it be because of...
Time delay?
Time delay? Yeah, seems likely. But I don't see how that prosecutes the guy, but...
Wait.
Take that! The victim had just returned her... Yeah, okay, so this is right. The victim had just returned home from abroad before the day of the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours.
Maybe don't. I
Yeah,
don't.
I know. I'm like, I don't know where we are. So I don't know, but okay. When it's 4 p.m. here, it's 1 a.m. the next day there. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast. The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in her apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Swit? Or should I say, Mr. Did It?
That was terrible fun.
Yeah, that is.
Oh my god. This body disappeared.
Order, I say. Well, this case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your client?
He was arrested, and he was taken away, Your Honor.
Very well. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? I have to say, I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly. And find the true culprit at the same time. Thank you, Your Honor. At this point, this is only a formality, but this court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butts...
Guilty.
not guilty.
Yay!
I always love the little, like, I don't know what they're called, but, you know, those little things that fall down. And with that, the court is adjourned.
If I can say one thing about Mr. Larry Butts,
What?
he got an orange jacket, so he got good taste in color.
Indeed. It turns out that Frank Swit was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of their houses. That day, when Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Swit let himself in to do his dirty work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Swit grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find.
Seriously? He went from a burglar to a killer?
Well, yeah, it makes sense, I think. That would explain why he sucked so much in his testimony.
I know, but I mean, like, I would just be like, I'd much rather get caught a burglar than try to get caught, like, try not to get caught a killer.
Yeah, I see your point. I'd rather, like, try to run then
I
be
you
like,
kill someone.
yeah, then be like, bitch, I'm a cute as blunt object. August 3rd, 2:32 p.m. District Court Defendant Lobby Number 2. Whew, I still can't believe we won.
Right, good job in there. Congratulations.
Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you.
Not really. But, not at all, not at all. You fought your own battles in there. It's been a while since I've seen a try, and on such a satisfying note.
I've never seen the Chief looking this happy. If she's this but imagine how Larry must feel.
God, don't make me do his voice again.
Oh man.
My life is over.
Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now?
Ah, Nick. Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon. God, I wanna fucking punch you.
Good, wait, no, I mean bad. Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed.
But my Cindy Vindy's gone, man. Gone forever, man.
Larry, she was a... Nah, never mind.
Congratulations, Harry. You're very Harry. Harry? Harry. Yes, you. I can practically see the headlines now. Harry Butts, innocent. Yeah, thanks. I really owe you one. I won't forget this ever. Let's celebrate dinner, movie, mice. Blah.
Treats.
Oh no, I couldn't. She hitting on her?
I think so. Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook. Look at this fucking sleeve there.
Yeah. Good taste in color, but that's it.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, hey. Here, take this. It's a present.
It's the murder weapon? What?
A present for me? Wait, wasn't that the evidence that... Actually, I made this a clock for her. I made one for her and one for me.
Wow, made? I'll admit I guess that's pretty impressive.
He's good at something.
Yeah, I thought he was just so useless and wore orange.
Really? You made this? Well, thank you. I keep it as a memento. Yo, Nick. Can you believe it? I was so into that chick. And then she just playing me like a fool. Don't that make you wanna just cry?
Larry.
Are you sure? Sure. Excuse me, princess. I think she had quite a lot for you, in her own way. Nah, you don't gotta sever side with me, okay? Oh, I'm just not really sympathizing, really. Isn't that right? Don't you have something to show your friend? Something that proves how she felt about him?
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah, right. What the heck is she talking about? Clearly she's talking about her attorney badge.
I'm assuming it's a killer man.
Yeah, the statue. Take that!
Take that, bitch!
Check this out, Larry. Proof positive you weren't just some chump to her.
Where'd you get that clock? What? This is the clock what?
This is the clock you made for her, Larry. Oops. She took it with her when she traveled.
She probably just needed a clock, that's all.
Do you think so? It's a pretty heavy clock to take traveling. Well, make of it what you will.
Hey, Nick. I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. Really, I am. Thanks. And I'm hoping never see that guy again.
Hope that made him feel a little better.
Wish you should. I wonder what happened if you said that attorney badge.
I don't know. I probably should have saved before I said the right thing, but oh well.
Right. I hope you see the importance of evidence now. It's like friendship, but more magic. Also, hopefully you realize things change depending on how you look at them. People too. We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. All we can do is believe in them. Believe that you can fly.
Indeed.
And in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Right. Why are you asleep? Listen, learn, grow strong. Never let go of what you believe in. Never. Well, I think your work is done. Shall we be off?
Yeah, I guess so.
Say, how about dinner on me? Dinner on you? That's
Sounds pretty kinky.
we're doing a toast to innocent butts.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of Harry, you were saying part of why you became a lawyer was because of him?
Yeah, part at least.
You have to tell me more about it sometime. Maybe over drinks.
And so my first trial came to a close. Larry slapped me on the back and said, "Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends." But I'm pretty sure he's not going to pay me, unless you count the clock he gave Maya. I didn't know it then, but that clock was soon going to be at the center of another incident. And my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry would be one promise that I wouldn't be able to keep.
Oh my god, she dies.
Maybe. The end.
Did she get beaten to death with a clock? Because that'd be super ironic.
I wouldn't be surprised, but a brand new episode has been added. Turnabout Sisters. But anyways, so yeah, we actually did pretty good. We beat the first episode in like 2 parts. And we faffed about for a decent bit on that too.
Yeah, and the guy had perfect alibi.
I know, Salbar was so good, bro. Couldn't believe it.
So yes, we should end the part here.
Yes. Thank you all for watching, and see you all next time.
Yep. See you guys.